Welcome back to Cuckoo for Books. I am Salva and today we are doing my American book haul. Woohoo! Look at all my new babies. I can't. Oh, Ellie, sit back down. So 2 weeks ago, I went to LA to visit family. Of course, I had to visit my best friend in the world, Mr. Barnes and Mr. Noble, my two best friends in the world. So the first book I got was the Legend graphic novel, and I love the Legend series. I love Marie Lu, and I love that there is a graphic novel about Legend. I am good for the most part, except for Matthias. This is supposed to be Matthias. That is not Matthias. That is a little boy. Matthias is a man. The next book I got is called The Secret of the Sevens by Lindquist. So it's a boarding school story. There was a fire that happened like a long time ago, and I love those kinds of stories, the one where there's a big crime that happened like 30 years ago and there's this big cover up and then you have to find out what happened, and I love those books, so excited to read this. Next one I got, it's a book I've been waiting for a really long time, and I was really excited when I saw it on the shelf because I love the author. I think she is amazing and crazy talented, and I've been waiting forever for her to publish like a YA novel. I think she's been doing a lot of middle grade books recently, and it is Jessica Day George's Silver in the Blood. I'm so excited. Jessica Day George writes amazing fantasy YA. So I was really excited when she came out with a new fantasy book set in the 1890s, and there are two cousins who come from Romanian descent, and it looks like they're related to the ancient Dracula family. Does that sound interesting or what? Dude, like, I want to read this. I just started a new book. Next, I'm reaching for random books now. I got Powerless by Tara Lynn Childs. Again, one of my favorite authors. She did the Forgive My Fin series and the Oh My Gods series. I like the way she writes. She takes on big epic stories, but her character's always funny and they're not like overly brooding or dramatic, and she's a good writer. And this one is apparently, it's a world where there are superheroes, but we never hear about the ordinary people. So it looks like she's an ordinary non-superhero person, but the cover of the book says, just because I don't have a power doesn't mean I'm not powerless. Oh, look at that big eye. Does it look like I have that big eye? Next I got Hold Me Like a Breath by Tiffany Schmidt. The series is called Once Upon a Crime. Like, is that not the most badass series title ever? Once Upon a Crime. And she's part of this criminal mafia family that deals in selling body parts. That is so cool. I mean, it's gross and it's wrong, but that's a cool plot. I just put this on my wish list and I didn't realize that it was the same book. Glad to know you're using that brain of yours, Salva. But it is a girl who is also named Sam. Oh, my nickname's Sam, by the way. And she's one of the popular girls in her junior year, but what nobody understands or knows is that Sam has purely obsessional OCD and is consumed by a stream of dark thoughts and worries that she can't turn off. I love my OCD books. I think it's great now that there are so many books out there that deal with mental illness and especially OCD. And I'm very excited to read this. Next, I got, this is interesting. Let me just reach down. Okay, so this was a book that I actually did see here in the Philippines, and I saw it, and I chickened out of buying it when I saw it here. And I saw it in the States, and I thought, I have to get this now, or I'm gonna chicken out, and I'm just never gonna have it. It's The Girl from the Well by Rin Chupeco. And it's from the point of view of the ghost. So I'm banking on that fact to make it less creepy, because if you're in the mind of the ghost and you're the one doing the haunting, then it's not so bad as being the one who is haunted. I was very excited to go to the history section and see what books they had, and I got really good ones. Okay, so the first one I got was The Queen's Vow by C.W. Gortner, and it's a book about Isabella of Castile. I wanted to read a book from her point of view for the longest time, because if you go to the history section in the bookstore, they'll usually have books about Anne Boleyn, Elizabeth, Bloody Mary, Mary Queen of Scots, Marie Antoinette, like Cleopatra. Those are like the popular girls of historical fiction, and they're just some princesses or queens or royal figures out there that I really want to read about, and there's never any book about them. Isabella of Castile is one of them. I think this is pre-kids, pre-marriage, pre-being queen. I think this is her as a princess fighting for her throne. I really like the cover. Yo, if I had a dress like that, I would just be like, woohoo, I'd wear it every day. Another thing I got, this is non-fiction now. It's a biography about the wives of Henry VIII. It says it's a national bestseller, and it's by Antonia Fraser. I think she's a good historian. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I know she publishes a lot of books. 6 Wives, I'd love to know more about them. I feel like you can never know too much about history, so it's always good to read more about history. Read more history. Yay, history. Another queen that I've been looking for is Eleanor of Aquitaine. Eleanor of Aquitaine, if you don't know, she is the only woman to have ever ruled France and England. And if that doesn't make her a badass in your book, then you need to change your book. Also, the back says, Anne O'Brien, the author. The bookseller UK says she is better than Philippa Gregory. Oh no, she did. Next, I got, this is a Southern Gothic, and I love my Southern Gothics. It is The Orchid House by Lucinda Riley. There's a grand estate, an old diary, alternating between the magical worlds of Wharton Park and Thailand during World War II. Ooh, that sounds very interesting. I love my grand estates, I love my centuries old secrets, and I love my old diaries. I love all those plot points. I'm sure I'm gonna love this book. I saw this on someone's Bookstagram. I forgot who it was, but I commented. I was like, whoa, that book exists? Where did you get it? You have to tell me. How did I not know this was even being written? Like, I have to know. And she was like, oh, I think they sell it at Disney World. I got it at the Disney store at Disney World, or she like ordered it online. So I was like, dang it, well, I mean, it's hard to order online, even harder to go to Disney World when you're all the way in the Philippines. I went to Barnes & Noble. It was one of the first books I saw, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting it. It is The Beast Within, and it flips and it's the prince inside. I get excited when these books come out because it's Disney Hyperion. No, just Disney Press itself. It's got the illustrations. It's a Disney book, which means it's fully like approved by Disney, which means essentially canon. So whatever you read about here, Disney went ahead and gave it the thumbs up and said, you can put the Beast's face on it, you can put our name on it, you can sell it at the Disney store, which means it's canon. Haha! Last one I got from my Barnes & Noble book haul was Only Ever Yours by Louise O'Neill. It's basically about a world that judges you based on your appearance. You can either be, as a girl, a companion, a concubine, or a chastity. So, and then the cover are Barbie-esque dolls. So it just seems so cool and interesting and controversial, and everyone has been raving about this, and so when I saw it on the shelf, I was like, yo, I gotta have that, like, must buy. Next book, I just had to share this because it was way too cute not to share. After we went to LA, we went to Hawaii for the second part of our vacation. I went to this little bookshop. No, it wasn't even a bookshop. It was like a souvenir shop. There was this little book, and I was just like, dude, I have to have that. That's too cute. And it is Lessons of a Turtle, the Little Book of Life. It's so cute. Inside there are lessons that makes sense for humans and also makes sense for turtles. Fear can eat you up, and there's a picture of a shark. Everyone is soft inside. Everyone feels like a lonely little island sometimes. It's just so many cute things, and it's so tiny, and oh, I was like, dude, I love turtles. I love books. I have to have this. I also got these 2 bookmarks from Barnes & Noble. Got this one, and it says eat, sleep, read, which is my motto, and I love it because it kind of reminds me of the Taylor Swift Red font. You know, when her Red album came out, it kind of looks like that. It looks like it should say happy, free, confused, and lonely at the same time. Oh. And the other one is my personal motto in life, and that is, I like big books and I cannot lie. I love these 2 bookmarks so much, and I hope I don't lose them. I have a godmother in Canada, and it was my birthday right before we went over to the States, so she was like, a birthday gift. Do you want me to get any books? And then I'll have Amazon ship it over to where you guys are staying. I just said that, okay, here are a list of books I can't find anywhere. So if you could get me just 1 out of these books, I would really love it. And she ended up getting me all the books, and I love her for it. So thank you, Ninang Sasan. This one is, oh, they call me Alexandra Gaston. I've been waiting for this book to come out forever, and it's about a Russian sleeper agent. You know, the people who like get sent to the US as kids are raised as American children, and then when they get like the code word to go, they turn back into their Russian selves and like attack. My only complaint is, dude, I thought it was gonna be like longer. Look how thin it is. He's like my pinky length. Next book I got for my birthday was Queen of Someday by Sherry D. Ficklin. This is a historical fictional novel about Catherine the Great. It seems to be pretty straightforward. Like, it's not a fantasy alternate universe, it's just Catherine the Great, which begs the question, why is Catherine the Great writhing around in feathers and lace? I mean, if we're not doing like a magical realm version or like a modern day stripper version of Catherine the Great, I don't know why this is the cover. Maybe to entice fans. Maybe. Then I got this book, which I just started reading like 5 minutes ago while I was waiting for my battery to recharge. And it is Sweet Unrest by Lisa Maxwell. And again, it's a gothic novel set in New Orleans. Mansion, secrets. She gets visions of the past. There's a vendetta. I think there's a star-crossed romance. 5 pages so far. Seems good. Then I got Dead to Me by Mary McCoy, and it's set in old Hollywood, so the 1950s. It's kind of a mystery, but not a murder mystery, but almost a murder mystery. Her sister was left dead, and now she's trying to figure out who did it, and she goes into the underworld of Hollywood. Next book I got was Famous Last Words by Katie Allender. I adore Katie Allender. She is one of my favorite authors, and she's not one of those authors who like you love a book and then you so look forward to her next one and it's such a huge disappointment that you're like, dude, what went wrong? All her books have been on point. This one is set in Hollywood, but modern day Hollywood. There are 2 murders that she has to solve. One, there was an old murder like 40 years ago, and the girl died in the new house she's living, because that's how scary stories always start. And then there's a current killer going around LA who poses the bodies like scenes from movies, and so she has to solve both. Last book I got, I've been waiting for this book for forever, and that is Stone Cove Island, and it's a murder mystery. They're on this little island, there's a typhoon, she finds a letter that was brought up by the typhoon or hurricane. It's a clue to like a 25-year-old mystery, and she tries to solve the mystery. I'm very glad I finally got to buy it, or get it, because I didn't buy it, I got it as a gift. Anyway, that is it for my USA book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed and got ideas on what new books you want to buy, and then you'll have a big TBR list like me. Haha! That's the point of all these hauls, is to drag you down to my level and have as many TBR books as I do. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to follow me and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Cuckoo for Books, and that is it. I will see you guys next time.